So we all have desires to want to do something different than what we're doing right now when it comes to making the income necessary to make a living. We all go to our 9 to 5s. Sometimes, we have these crazy split schedules where you have a Tuesday and a Friday off and some weird, crazy shit like that. However, I'm telling you guys, building an eBay store today can be more easier. And guess what? We're going to be using the banks to leverage the buildup, or what I like to call seasoning a new eBay account. The best part of it is, it's house money. You're buying these items from the bank, we're going to talk about them, for face value. And I know that's kind of a tough concept for a lot of people to understand. It's like the bank is always taken away from us. They charge us these ridiculous interest rates when we go to buy a house or a car, or getting something, or maybe the actual percentage rate of having a savings is crappy. It's not as good as it used to be. So this is a great way, ladies and gentlemen, to supplement your lives. You could go from zero to hero in a short period of time. Now, when you're starting out an eBay presence, it's a little bit tough, right? There's a lot of these, you're handcuffed to some certain limitations. You could only post so many items, through your first 30 days, what they like to call the probationary period. They would prefer to see you with a certain feedback score. You have to ship out your items in a timely manner, yada, yada, blah, 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 all that great stuff. Okay, and you can do that. The most difficult part about this is trying to find a healthy balance between buy it now listings, which are items that say buy it now. You click on it, add it to your cart, check out, can be easier. But the problem is, if you're just going to load up your store with just buy it now items, you might be waiting a while. It's going to prolong those shackles being on you when you're starting out a store. So you want to have the peace of mind. And I think everybody can agree with me with this. Sean, I just don't want to throw something up there that I could sell in a regular auction and then lose my what on it. I mean, I just don't want to do that. And that's fair enough. So we need to take a look at stuff, items, coins, currency. There's certain items that have a track record of selling really well on this platform. And eBay is no small marketplace. They've been around since the late 90s. So they have many years, 25 years or however many that is, of being the big presence in e-commerce today. Okay, they're right up there with your Amazons of the world, your Shopify stores, things like that. eBay just makes it easy because they do all the advertising. You pay to promote listings. You have a little bit more flexibility. Sure. I've said it before, they're probably more catered and geared toward appeasing the buyer than they are the seller. But as long as you're covering your backs, you're doing everything square, and you're doing everything that's expected of you, then you're going to be successful. So let's go ahead and dive right in. This is going to be one of my shorter videos because, it's not going to take much to drive home the perceived value of some of the things that you can pick up at the bank. And if I were going to start a brand new store from scratch, I would heavily leverage everything that I possibly can from our banking system. As you guys know, they're constantly moving new product. Yes, I'm saying product as if, it's like something that they're selling. But in reality, coins, paper money, currency, I mean, these things are produced to help, I guess, refresh commerce, to add and inject more money into this world. Sure, it's killing the dollar. The dollar doesn't have the spending power as it used to, but you could kind of flip the script and use this to your advantage by simply just selling what's new today and even selling what's old. All right. Finding bankrolls out there, may not necessarily be the sexiest thing. However, if you're trying to get your store beyond the probationary period that usually people don't like, this is something that maybe you should do. I'm not going to force you guys to do this, but I'm going to tell you, this is probably the best course of action. So, 2023, that's the year that we're in. Bankrolls. Easy as that. Let's see what sales look like here. There are people that, these are all actual listings, from buy it nows to auctions. We could take a look at both. But as you can see, this is actually, 197 results for 2023 bankrolls. In my humble opinion, it's underutilized. I don't think there should really be 500 to 1,000 listings for 2023 bankrolls. You have Lincoln cents, Jefferson nickels, Roosevelt dimes. You have quarters, and believe me, they release 5 designs per year. As a matter of fact, as of this week in circulation, and probably a few of you have already found this, the brand new Eleanor Roosevelt American Women quarters are live. So what does that do? That's going to heighten the awareness. That's going to heighten the interest factor. Again, these are all things, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to be on top of as you're researching the market. And part of that is simply going on eBay every single morning. Make this a religious part of your day if you're going to be successful at building a brand. But going on here, seeing that there's only 197 results, it's kind of like an open door for a lot of people. Now, granted, these are listings that people are asking a certain amount of money for. All right, it's either you buy them or you don't. People are listing individual coins. They're listing rolls. They're listing full bank boxes. Do you guys get the big picture here? This is just in coins that you can pick up at the bank. And even though I typed in 2023, you also have to consider that there's also a market for mixed date bank boxes. Primarily just bank boxes. I probably wouldn't sell rolls of those. They generally sell for about 2x face because it's coin roll hunting and people just don't have, for whatever reason, maybe the banks they use have certain limitations on what they can obtain at the bank. Like, sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, we cannot sell these bank boxes. Okay, maybe they're against coin roll hunters or whatever the case may be. But there are banks that conform to this type of standard. And that's the big reason why that people pay these ridiculous amounts of money, prices, like 12 rolls of uncirculated sealed Jefferson nickels. Who in their right mind would spend $69 for 12 rolls? That's $24 face value. Guess what? There's plenty of people that buy those. They just want a taste. That's part of the gambler's fallacy when it comes to opening rolls, but it's the least riskiest. That's the key. The least riskiest thing that you could do from a gambling standpoint. And that's why it's so attractive. And that's why sales are really robust here. But you could see that you could sell individual coins. You could sell them for a few bucks. But ideally, you want to try and kind of do a healthy mix of buy it now listings. But ultimately, you need to put in and sell that 10 to 20 auction listings every single week. So you would do maybe a P&D set of Lincoln cent rolls. You'd sell that started at 99 cents. I know it sounds crazy, folks, but believe me, there's an ulterior motive to all this that's going to help make you successful. So at 99 cents, and then you'll tack on, however much for shipping. It could be $3 for shipping, whatever you want to do. Again, research your shipping fees and your costs because they go up generally, maybe once, twice a year. So you always want to be on top of that. Make sure you're quoting out accurate shipping rates. And another thing that drives me nuts is people that do buy it now listings. Okay, you know what dissuades me from actually being interested in that listing right there in the middle? $7.75 shipping for 6 rolls. Way too much. Okay, because when I see a separate line item for shipping, it gets the kind of proverbial wagon wheel in my head turning and spinning and churning and doing burnouts. I, as a seller who's been in the game for a while, I want to see free shipping on all these buy it now listings. I know, call it crazy, but here's how you could kind of like balance things a little bit to be in your favor. Just simply take the $7.75, add it to the $20, and that'll be your new buy it now. Do $27.50 buy it now for 6 rolls of the new 2023 Ps, which, by the way, the extra V variety / error has been propping up Lincoln cents here this year in 2023. If you guys are not trying to find these, and Denver mints too. Denver mints have been hot right now. But as long as you're watching, number one, Blue Ridge Silverhound for all of your brand new error and variety news. Quick little plug right there. But as long as you're staying in touch to the marketplace and what's happening now, the coin news, go on Coin World Magazine, go on Coin Week, go on Numismatic News. Check out all of these outlets, okay? See what's hot today. Because there is a big interest in roll hunting and new error and variety attributions and finds and discoveries. And because of that, this market is a boom right now. It's exploded for a few years. I would say since about 2009, when the Lincoln cent coins came out, the 100-year anniversary, where people were finding multiple double dies, especially on the formative years coins. In just the last like 14 years, this has been a robust market right here. So take some time. As you can tell, there's 223 actual sold listings. Okay, this is going to give you some insight. What's the best way to sell these coins? Okay, people are doing P&D sets of nickels, Lincoln cents, and dimes. That's pretty cool for $6.47. As you can tell, that's like 40 cents in face value. It's like a nothing. So low cost items, they're selling, buy it nows. But you also have, these ones right here, the Bessie Coleman die chip planes that are put in as regular auction listings. This is what I'm willing to accept for it. With free shipping, 1 bid. Boom. Sold. All right, so let's see if we can find some other auction listings. Here's the original bankroll 2023 with extra V error on the end. Look at that. $71.25 with 3 bids. All right. Taste the rainbow here, folks, and we're not talking about the Skittles. All right, this is kissing the proverbial ring right here. There's a lot of listings. Here's a PD and S, Jefferson Nickel U.S. Mint Proof, and UNC coin set, $9.38 with 9 bids. But you can see there's a healthy splash of both buy it nows, probably by a much larger margin. But also there are some auction listings in here. So as long as you kind of conform to what's hot right now, and doing this and leveraging your banking system to obtain a lot of these rolls, then you could have a lot of success. All right. Your buy it now listings, show free shipping. Your auction listings, show shipping. It's a pretty easy concept to deliver. On buy it now listings, when you show free shipping, it shows perceived value. People want to see that they're getting something for free for buying something, right? It's kind of like the extra added benefit of the world that we live in. People love freebies. So you might as well leverage the psychology that's attached to that. So another thing to keep in mind, again, when it comes to leveraging your bank to really churn and burn your eBay store, paper money as well. All right, buy $100 face in dollar bills, buy $500 face, whatever your flavor is, whatever money you have to support into it. Keep in mind, if you don't find anything, take the money back. All right, you're just borrowing the money for the day, looking through at it, and then putting it back in the bank account. You're not spending something and it's automatically gone, right? It beats way more than going to the casino, dropping $100 on the table, drop it in the slot machine, and it's gone forever. All right, there's no guarantees there. The house always has the advantage. But when you're doing your eBay store and you're leveraging the bank, your house has that advantage and you need to take care of it. Okay, fancy serial numbers, star notes, birthday notes. These new errors that are coming out, brand new 2021 series notes have officially hit circulation. There's been a few photos that have popped up on Facebook and other areas on YouTube. Go ahead and check those out as well. New, fresh inventory constantly being cycled into circulation, into society. I would use that to build your store, and you guys will have fun doing it. And then the next day, it's just gonna become kind of like this constant daily thing. You know, just make sure you stay on top of your shipments. Send them out in your first 24 hours. Pack them, ship them, get them out of here. Turn and burn, sell some more. Repeat the process, and you could easily do this while you work your full 8-hour job. This is all supplemental, guys. And you can certainly support this into your daily life. Get a spouse involved, you know, and you're going to see that you're going to go from that 0 feedback all the way up to 500, maybe 1,000. Really depends on how much you apply yourself in 45 to 60 days. Lickety split, you'll be good to go. That's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you guys for tuning in on this edition of Blue Ridge Silverhound. I'm your host, Sean. I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck and success in your reselling endeavors. Much like I am. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you guys are too. Go out there and get them. And don't just be stuck and complacent with good enough. And really punch it home.